Hebrews 11, verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Go down to verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he who comes to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him. I like that he's a rewarder of those who diligently seek him. Then we talk about the shield of faith. Ephesians 6:10. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take a stand against the devil's schemes. Now, verse 12. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against rulers, against authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Therefore, put on the full armor of God, so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground, and after you have done everything to stand, stand firm then, with the belt of truth buckled around your waist, with the breastplate of righteousness in place, and with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In addition to all this, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. Take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. So the two things I wanted to talk about from that Ephesians chapter 6 was that the shield of faith and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. Because when it talks about the flaming arrows in verse 16, so that with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one, I always think of that as those thoughts that come into your mind. And the story that I would tell with this was back in 2006, the pastors asked me if I would be a youth leader. And I said, yes, I would love to. My answer is usually yes. If they ask me to do anything, send me, I'll go. And they asked me, and I was at work doing my thing, and this thought came to me. And the thought was, nobody's going to show up. You're going to prepare, and no one will show up. And it just kept coming. Like, you're going to prepare, nobody's going to show up. You're going to be there preaching to empty seats. And it frustrated me. So I finished work. I put on music, praise and worship, and I finished work. And then I went to the sanctuary, and I had keys at that time. And real quick, every week, every Saturday, a different family would clean the church. And somebody would clean the restroom for my family. Somebody would vacuum. When it was our turn,